Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, I'm very excited because I'm going to be, as you can tell from the title, testing out new Charlotte Tilbury. They sent me the care package and posted it on Instagram stories and asked you guys if you wanted me to do a first impressions, and you guys said yes. So I'm going to be testing their Airbrush Flawless Foundation, their Magic Vanish Under Eye and Face Cheat, which is, I guess it's a concealer or corrector. Yeah. And they have a complexion brush. I don't know if this is new, but they did send it to me. And then they have the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I think these are all new. At least I know the foundation and concealer is new. So I'm gonna test it out today for the first time. Haven't even opened it. And gonna use these products, and I'm gonna do like a wear test. I'm gonna check back in at the end of the day and see how it looks, because it claims to stay all day and night. I love Charlotte Tilbury. My go-to foundation for a while has been her Light Wonder. This is like a great sheer, I would say it's a medium coverage foundation. Gives like a natural dewy-ish finish. This one's supposed to be matte, which is not my favorite, but it says it's a natural matte, so maybe it'll be like a little bit more luminous. So I'm just gonna read the card here about this foundation. It says, "This is the foundation to your skin's future. Created with my magic matrix of ingredients, it is a weightless, full coverage, stay all day formula with a natural matte finish." So already this isn't like something I think I would pick up automatically, because I don't tend to like full coverage and I don't tend to like matte. So bear that in mind moving forward. If those are like your things, then maybe you're very excited about this. I'm going in a little skeptical, but with high hopes. It comes in 44 shades, different undertones, more skincare ingredients than the average moisturizer. So it also says it reduces the appearance of wrinkles by 22% and moisturizes the skin for up to 24 hours after application. Okay, I'm really excited because I have dry skin. Okay, so she sent me two colors, or someone sent me, I'm sure it wasn't Charlotte herself, but they sent me two colors because I said I was number 2 in their foundation. So it looks like they have two. They have a neutral and a cool, and I am more of a neutral, so I think this is gonna be me, but we're gonna do a test. First of all, the bottle is really beautiful. This feels kind of like retro to me, like something that would be like on someone's counter in like the 50s. So I love that right away, and it just feels like it has like a nice weight to it. It feels very like grown up. So it has a pump, which is nice, so I can pump it out. But then I also think this unscrews. Yeah, so yeah, this unscrews, so if you need to like get the very last bit out of the bottle at the end. Okay, so I'm doing a pump of, God, there's like a, get out of here, the gnat in here. I'm doing a pump of the neutral, a pump of the cool. So here's the neutral, and here's the cool. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking neutral. So I'm pulling out her complexion brush. I normally will apply foundation with a beauty blender, but I'm kind of curious to try this because it's designed to be used with this foundation. So I thought, let's do it all together. It comes with like a concealer brush on one end, a like kabuki style foundation brush. Let's go to town. One pump on my hand. I think this might be enough since it's a full coverage. And I'm just gonna start like puffing it in. It has like a light scent. I'm not right-handed, so I don't know why I was trying to do that with my right hand. Definite full coverage. Okay, so I'm not like accustomed to this amount of coverage at all, but really all I needed was one pump, so I can see this lasting a while. Because it's matte, and I don't know if this is true for all matte foundations, but I'm gonna pull a hand mirror so I can look at my skin a little bit closer. but I'm finding it like hard to blend. Not hard to blend, but like I have to work rather quickly because it's like mattifying already. But I will say, for a full coverage foundation, I thought it would look really cakey and like noticeable, but it really does not. Like it just canceled out like everything on my skin. I've actually like not seen myself with a full coverage foundation in a really long time, so it's kind of freaking me out. I will definitely have to like add more makeup, like bronzer and blush and stuff, to bring some color back in my skin. But I mean, let me try and zoom in close so you guys can see. If you can tell, it looks really natural. Definitely very different than I'm used to using. But this would be really good for like I'm gonna be going to a wedding next month, and we'll maybe want to do like a fuller face of makeup. So depending on how this wears, this might be the foundation I'd want to use. So far, I'm really actually impressed by the initial look of it. I really didn't think I would like a matte foundation, and I do like to be a bit more dewy, but I kind of do tend to get a little bit dewy throughout the day, so I wonder if that'll kind of like show through. I'm hoping it doesn't cause the foundation to separate, but I don't look lifeless. I mean, I do because I don't have any other color on my face, but like I thought I would look chalky. I don't know, like, you know when someone just has way too much makeup on and you can like see it? It doesn't look like that, and I thought it would. Now let's go into the concealer. So this is what it looks like. It's like a little gold compact. I just touched it, so I'm sorry I left a fingerprint on it. So this is the lightest shade in number 1 Fair, and it doesn't look very light, but again, because it's a corrector, I think maybe it's supposed to be peachy. So I'm using the other end of it, of the complexion brush. Okay, yeah, so I guess I thought this was more of a concealer. I'm gonna use my finger. I really just hate using a brush under my eye. So I think this is supposed to be more of a corrector, and then you put a concealer over that, I'm guessing, because it's not really a color. I mean, it doesn't look crazy on me, but it's just not like a natural skin tone. It's like more peachy. I think it's supposed to like color correct like the blue and the purple under the eyes, which I definitely have a lot of that. I don't know how this is gonna wear because I tend to have creasy under eyes. I just have like I have like a lot of expression lines. I just always have. So things tend to crease easily on me under the eyes. But also because of that reason, I don't like setting with powder under my eyes, because then that tends to like exacerbate the lines. But it really knocked out the color really well. So I hope this wears well, because I would definitely use this. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Magic Away liquid concealer in the shade 3 Fair. And this is, oh my god, what is going on? Okay, the packaging is like really gross on this, in my opinion. Like, I really wish it was just like a wand and like a doe foot applicator, because like the sponge gets really gross. It's like messy. So I'm just gonna twist some up onto my hand. I guess I'll try the brush. I'm gonna like kind of pat it on because I don't want to smear away the corrector. And blend with my finger. You guys, it is so hot today. I like don't even think I can go outside. I was outside like to get coffee and stuff, and then my boyfriend and I went to the bookstore, and just like even just walking back to my car, I was like, no, I can't do it. It's like 95 degrees, which isn't like the hottest it's ever been, but like it's pretty freaking hot. And I just don't think I can stand to not be in my air-conditioned apartment for the rest of the day. So this wear test might actually be just me wearing it around the house. For a little contour, I'm gonna do my Westman Atelier Face Trace Stick Contour in Biscuit. And I'm just gonna do like a little line. I love using this thing just here. It gives like a really subtle contour. Just take the rest down my neck and both my chins. I'm also gonna take Hoola bronzer. I never use this anymore, but I feel like I really need it now because this is such a full coverage foundation that I like need more color than normal so that I don't look so flat. And honestly, this is kind of fun because I don't like matte foundations and I don't like to powder my skin very much. I always find it more difficult to use powder products over something more creamy and not powdered because, you know, it can tend to look pretty blotchy. So I don't really reach for powdered face products often anymore. So it's kind of nice. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury since we're doing Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna use her blush in Love Glow. I actually really love this blush, but I haven't used it in a while. I'm just gonna put that like on the apples. So I guess just to try it, I'm gonna take this powder. It is the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in the shade Fair. I don't know if it's a translucent. Okay, yeah, it looks like a translucent powder. But yeah, just for shits and giggles, I'll just put a little bit of this in my T-zone. Even though I don't really feel like I need it. Pretty packaging. I love her packaging. All of it just looks very like fancy. It was really weird not to have to put like concealer on my face. Like normally I will use like a sheer foundation and then like dot concealer wherever I need it. But I didn't feel like I needed it anywhere. I'm gonna do a little, I rubbed off some of my eye concealer. I didn't feel like I needed it anywhere else because it really like covered it. Like I normally cover, like I have a vein here, which you can still kind of see it. I have a vein here, but I do like to cover those, but I feel like it covered them enough. As good as my concealer normally does. Okay, I'm just gonna use my boy brow. I don't think I'm gonna do like a full filled in brow today. Just keep it natch because I have so much like foundation on. I don't want to like have everything else be heavy. I'm going to stick with the Charlotte Tilbury theme and I'm going to use her Eyes to Mesmerize in Bette. I don't know if it's Bette or Betty, but it's this like gold shade. It's my favorite. And I use it almost every day if I like put eyeshadow on. And I use it a ton because it's just so easy and always looks good. Oh, I just got concealer on my dress just to like put some color back in around my eyes because we canceled so much of it out. I'm just gonna take a little bit on the brush and just give like a little shadow. Just think it ties it. I think it ties it together a little bit. Gonna pop some mascara on. Glossier. Okay, I literally thought my camera was recording. Anyway, I've just been talking to myself and I'm putting on mascara. And I was just talking about how I'm like in between lash lifts and I can't wait until I can get it again because some of them are like straight and some of them are curled and they like look crazy to me. Okay, for lips, I'm gonna line them with Pillow Talk. And for lipstick, I'm also going to use Pillow Talk. Okay, so this is the look. I don't know yet. I feel very like white. I feel like kind of ghostly, but it was like a good match. I think I'm just like not used to seeing myself with so much makeup on. I feel like I definitely prefer the Light Wonder for me, because I just prefer more of a natural look rather than like full coverage. But I will say this is very interesting to me. I am impressed so far because I thought it would look cakey and it doesn't. It definitely is matte. Like there's absolutely like no dewiness or like kind of hydration, but well, I don't want to say hydration because it doesn't make me feel dry. It's just like I'm used to having like a glowish sheen, like some oils kind of seeping through, and there's nothing. So it's totally matte. So I'm curious to see if that like kind of comes out throughout the day. But yeah, first impressions, I would say a good full coverage matte foundation right off the bat, if that is something you're looking for. In terms of wear, let's see. I will check back with you in a few hours. Okay, it has been several hours. The sun's about to go down, so I wanted to do a quick update. It looks good still. As far as the under eye corrector goes, it does look a bit cakey underneath the eyes, and I don't know if that's the corrector itself or the concealer that I used over it, or if it's the combination of them together. But it's not looking super hot right now, but the foundation has not separated. But I haven't gotten dewy. Like I stayed really matte. So again, like I've said, that's not my personal preference. It doesn't feel dry, however, though. It doesn't feel like tight and dry. It just doesn't have like a sheen to it at all. So if you're like really oily, if you like something matte and long wearing, then I would recommend this. If you like something that is a bit more dewy like me and maybe a bit more medium coverage or sheer, then I would definitely skip this one. But all in all, if you're looking for a full coverage, long wearing matte foundation, I would recommend. It definitely held up. You know, granted I didn't do any like strenuous activity today, but it didn't separate or anything, and it still looks pretty good. So I give it a thumbs up for what it is. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video.